Many years ago, I came across a few lines in a book that I connected with. They were, "It's easy to judge, but you never know another person's heart, what gives them strength and what breaks them down." I have learned to listen more and speak less. The result has been eye-opening conversations and inspirational moments that I have shared with you right here. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am wearing a mask so that you can see we have been following the guidelines. So has my guest on the show today. Welcome back to Crystal One-on-One. Just to show you we are behaving, I have sanitizer here, I have my mask on, and to be sure I am who I say I am, I'm Crystal Newman, and we're on location in the center of Kampala City at Sheraton Hotel. Now today I have media personality and larger-than-life radio personality, I will say, Byg Kahuna of the Hot 100 Breakfast Show. Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm awesome.
How are you?
Awesome. I've never felt any better.
Okay, that's good.
That's
That's very good, right?
Yeah.
With a lot of people talking about all the negative sides of
Exactly.
the world today and
Yeah.
lockdown, you're saying you've never felt better.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah,
about
that-
the mask though. You're not supposed to cover the chin.
The mask is open.
The mask is supposed to come down over your chin.
For real?
Yes. I keep seeing people wearing masks and they're below the nose as well.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
You know, not many people know how to wear these masks. Did you know that?
I'm telling you.
I've as well. I'm a culprit until now. Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, like I was telling you, man, the air has never been refreshing. It's clean. I've never followed a fitness program like I have, like right now.
Oh, recent?
I've never eaten healthy or like I do right now.
Okay.
I never knew I would. I'm one of those people who've realized how nutritious mukene is.
I love Mukene for the record.
You would, I would, yo, before mukene? What are you talking about? Now.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, my point is this is the reality check COVID has given us on so many fronts.
Okay.
You know?
You're talking about like eating healthy and being healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Are you walking? Are you
Yeah,
working out?
Before I mean, as far as radio is concerned, you know, with all that information flow coming in, we saw what was coming, and we used to actually address these issues. But you know, as your listeners, they probably think it's just one of those things, you know. But I used to read a lot.
Everyone thought it's like on the other side of the world, that it's
Exactly.
never going to really affect us.
Exactly. My co-host is a clinical doctor, so you know, from my general knowledge and his would add two and two together, and you know, like you're seeing it's like you're seeing a tsunami coming, and you're warning people that it's actually coming, but they don't believe you until it hits them. So we actually saw this coming, and I started getting into these programs because I used to read a lot, and I used to that one of the programs was, you know, fitness. You've got to have your immune system running. It's one of the only things that will actually save you during this time. So yeah, I started getting on, but I actually started jogging every evening. I managed to convince guys in my hood. Yeah, we used to jog Bokoto, Naguru. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, then I started but you know, one step at a time. Yeah, until the whole wave, you know, then everybody starts jogging. Then everybody starts jogging, then you know the jogging is becoming something else. Yeah.
I think people are just tired of being stuck at home.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stuck at home.
Exactly.
We love family, but there's also a
Exactly.
point where you're like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah,
I need
and-
a break, even just to see something different.
And considering nobody saw this coming, yeah, nobody saw this coming, then all of a sudden we've got to switch to something we've never been used to. Like you're locked down at home.
Yeah.
Stay home. People,
But you were still working.
yes, I was still working.
Can you imagine if
Yeah.
you were like other people, you actually had to stay home
Yeah,
the entire time?
I try to imagine it. I don't know. You know, you can't tell. I don't know if I would stand it. I don't know. I do not know. Because naturally my normal routine, I'm just one of those people, my work, I'm up by 6 o'clock, go do my shop prep to work, then you're going to listen to all this local music coming in and sieving it out, what music is fit for this station profile, and other artists that need advice as well and all that, then other company, whatever. Then from that, then I also have the family business as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
tell.
yeah. Actually, I'm actually a farmer. Yeah, yeah. But that was my granddad. I grew up with my granddad taking me to the farm. So it's something, I just grew up with it. I know it's something that people fail to, and they don't even know. Or when I talk about it, they
You're a
I mean,
farmer?
yeah, yeah. But it's something you
So
grow
is
up
this
with.
something that you're still doing with your granddad?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still doing it. I do some go check out and do the usual supervisions. Depending on the season, you're like, let's try out this other cash crop. Let's try this. Do some mixed farming. Let's just recently we're also trying out fish farming as well. Yeah, but I think that it's seasonal, depending on what season. Some it's a risky move. Some are just you try it out and it's the total loss.
Yes,
Yeah, but
farming can be heartbreaking
exactly,
if you're not, being versatile and
exactly
trying different.
versatile. Yeah. So my grandmom's side as well, as she was a flower kind of woman. Yeah. So that's something as well. I know so much than probably I know more flowers than you do.
Really?
Yeah, because that's the background I grew up. My grandmom. If I took you to our country house, it's beautiful. It's just flowers. So I'm one of those romantic guys. Oh man!
So what?
Oh no!
You're those
No,
ones
that's disturbing,
down
isn't
on
it?
one knee
It's
with a
yeah.
bunch of
Are they
roses.
still there?
The roses are there. Please.
But those
Can you
guys,
educate other people? The roses are still there.
are we still there? Are those guys still there?
Some of them are. I
Because
hope.
the millennials find it disturbing.
Why?
Like, I mean, guy flowers.
Why?
I know types of flowers. I know.
That's really. Now you see. Now you've told me about your grandmom, your granddad. You have to take us back. Where were you born? Where were you born?
Well, I was born in Nairobi.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Born in Nairobi. I grew up in Nairobi. Then I relocated to Uganda.
Okay. How long were you in Nairobi?
About a year or two.
A year. Okay.
Yeah, or 2 or 3. Yeah.
And you're with your mom at the
Yeah, I
time?
was my mom's.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
And
mom's,
then-
and she used to, travel up and down. And a single mom. I think she had so much weight on her, so she had to bring me to Uganda to my grandparents. So I'm just one of those stubborn guys. And when a guy grows up with his grandparents,
Because you were spoiled the whole time.
oh man, yeah, you're double loved. Everything is, it's you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a grandparents' love is uncomparable. Sometimes it's super. It exceeds your own parents' love. Because I remember the situation.
Because you can never do anything wrong in their
Exactly.
eyes.
I had this, and then they also, I don't know about them. They also the strict disciplinarians. I mean, whatever they do, the it's I mean it's their kind of they have their own way of grooming you compared to your parents. And I remember one time I got stuck up between loving my own mom and then my parents.
What?
Yeah. Until I had to sit down with my mom, and my mom told me, "Hey, you're my son."
How old were you when this happened?
I was the time when you grow up and you're supposed to know what's good and what's.
And you were like clearly like,
Yeah,
listen,
because
this-
I think because I'd spent so much time with my grandparents.
So you more or less grew up with your grandparents.
Exactly.
Was
And
your
my-
mom still in Nairobi then?
Yeah, she was staying in Nairobi doing, going to France. Hence my name. I have a French name.
Okay.
So she used to have a.
You can't just say I have a French name without telling us what the French name is. Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
I don't
Can we
think
even
it-
pronounce it properly? I don't know.
Exactly. It's Jean Paul.
Jean Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my French name. But because she used to go to France, do some she used to do a UN work, United Nations, and in Nairobi. So she kept on bouncing around the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and probably my grandparents advise, that kid we need to groom that kid. Something about, I think, kids moving around and about, the outcome
Yeah, just
won't
also having
be,
a stable,
yeah, exactly,
a
yeah,
stable home,
yeah,
right?
let him come on, and have a stable home. So yeah, I grew up with them.
Where was that?
When?
Where was that?
Here in Uganda. My granddad was who was a professor, and that was Makerere.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
Makerere
grew up
University.
at the university?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My granddad was a professor.
Okay. Okay. So that means you went to school near the university as
Exactly.
well? Okay.
I went to Makerere Kindergarten. Yeah. From there, Kitante Primary School.
Kitante.
St. Mary's College, Kisubi.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I became a little stubborn along the way.
You talk a lot about your smack buddies, though.
Yeah.
I've noticed. You talk about your smack buddies.
Yeah.
Which
That's
time
why-
in like your school life really was like stood out for you? That be
Yeah, that's interesting. I think from my senior last term of senior two, senior two, and senior three, I became something else.
what happened?
Yeah, I don't
Was
know.
it the friends? Was it?
Yeah, first I was this guy. Man, sometimes it's also another painful story.
Hell.
The single-sex boys' schools,
Yes.
the brothers of Christian instruction, and the smack thing. You're trying to adjust from this guy.
What was the first thing you did that you got in trouble for?
They found porn magazines under my pillow.
Okay. All right.
Should I put my mask?
But clearly you weren't the only one with.
But that's the stage, you see. But you see, that's the stage. It was crazy. You don't want to know about the other stuff. You really want to know the other stuff is crazy. But when your boy hits senior three, oh, you better watch that kid. Watch from whatever he's who's communicating to. What is he reading? What is he seeing?
Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, Crystal. My God, can you imagine? I think I
You're
don't know
scaring
because
me.
I don't know because I'm up to now. I wish I could still ask my grandparent that when she came across those magazines. Okay, not magazines, like 12. Oh, maybe not scary.
But you said under your pillow, so I'm guessing or
Yeah.
like one or two.
Oh, in my
In the
okay,
pillow.
in the mattress. So I don't know. Up to now, I really want. I don't know what she. As a grandparent, a parent. So I don't know what she. And some of these things and.
You know what you said earlier on that grandparents love a different way. I think they have a lot more patience, and because they've raised their kids, their own kids first, they've seen what can happen. I'm guessing, Yes, of course, it must have been a bit of a shock, but.
Yeah, exactly. But then maybe she also knew that probably she knew this is the stage.
You know what I find interesting? That this happened
did she-
so long ago, and you're wondering now
Yeah.
how she took it.
Yeah, and or what she thought. I'm wondering like how do I go about this situation? And
Did she say anything?
I don't remember. I don't remember her saying anything. I just remember her removing them. There were two actually. I remember.
So
yeah,
you
there
came
were
back and they were gone.
two. They were gone.
And I remember for me, one of the most interesting things was understanding that in the morning, certain things happen with little boys. And being told by other people that if that little thing is not standing in the morning, there might actually be a problem.
Exactly.
So it was like, oh.
So maybe she saw me. Maybe she saw me standing. I was like, whoa, nah, I'm done. I can't go.
So you notice that she started like giving you some distance,
Exactly,
probably even
exactly,
some privacy when you're
exactly,
undressing.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And you know, those are some of the little situations I realize, you know, I'm beginning probably to grow as a man, and I, and I think you in one way or another, because you're interacting with the guys as well. Remember, if you're not interacting well with your parents, then you're talking about this at school, and and that's what that was what was essential in going to some of these good schools, is that besides the sex education that was given there, even you guys, you know, in your dormitories, guys would conversate about, you know, guys and the girls and whatever, and you know, all this is going. So you have some little knowledge.
But now that you're grown, would you choose a single sex school again?
Very, very. You know, that's a very good question. Wow. Single sex schools. You know, then single sex schools were the single sex schools. Now I think generations have now it's a millennial thing. It's a completely different thing. Yeah. Why? Wow. Would I choose for my kid?
If you have
That's
to
a good.
think so hard.
Yeah, it's a very it's a very good question. Because I'm coming. I have to say, I'm coming from the academic part.
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less distractions.
Yes. Yes, I would. If my kid turned out to be a very smart, you know, good, I would definitely take him to. Yeah. My kid was averagely there, you know, then I would take him to a mixed school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I went to two sides of. I've been to to really you know, hard, to really academic powerhouses, and I know the drill. And I've also been to the mixed schools, and both of them you learn different things.
Differently. What was challenging for you? What did you find that was challenging?
You challenging my shoes, like,
The goats.
yes. It's not something. But but remember before that, we had interactions, yeah, during our senior four classes, and those, depending on what club, you know, that we all did, from Interact Club, Rotary Club, whatever club, and you know, when I was in that Interact Club, you know, you started meeting, you know, some cool people. Yeah, so, but you keep back off, because that was me. I was not used to this. I was like, you know,
Oh.
you just sit there, you know, in the seminar or whatever. They're called seminars. Are they still
Yeah,
called seminars?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's the word. So you chill, you're like, and you look at Crystal, and you're like, it was dumb. It was. Then you get to, you know, now I think one of my highlights and our senior folk was our first interaction. They were called socials. What they call
Yes.
kadan. Is it dankes right now? Kadankes.
Or proms. Some people even
Yeah,
call it
proms.
prom.
Yeah, or proms. Yeah. And you know, that was our first real physical interaction. It was like Judgment Day. Jesus Christ! I don't know why this will always be the highlight of my life. This was Judgment Day.
Okay.
Because
What?
oh my God, from going let's leave the going to shop what to wear bit.
Okay. So that was
Yeah.
stressful to begin with.
Yes, you had to be at your best. What? Yeah. So you argue with your mom for you want this kind of style. Your mom thinks no, you know. She wants you to look like your dad, the professor. Like,
Oh my
this is,
God.
oh, come on, man, no. You know, you're getting into that argument. So yeah, and she overrules. Like, okay, you know it best, huh? Then you know, come that night, you know, I had to polish my shoes like every hour. Every hour, my shoes
sorry.
standard. You know how? Have you ever seen an army guy
Like,
polish his shoes?
yes.
Yeah, or
Wait.
military, marine. Yeah, they really like. You have
Like
your shoes
literally,
are
you
gonna
can see your reflection.
exactly. Mine, you could, I don't know, you could see more than my reflection. You were with my bedmates, but every hour we were like, yo, yo, you check it again. And I think because I think that's the excitement, looking forward. Then we had all these talks like from the guys. We had some guys. We used to some guys were cooler than us, yeah. And these are the guys who had already experienced it. There's some households where some guys would had already met some of these girls, had already interacted. Well, us, we had never. This was our first time. Like, you know what you're going. You're gonna have to hold. Let's say Susan. You've got to hold her. Do you know how to hold her? Then the guy was like, no, you're not supposed to hold her. Oh man! Like in my hands, let me show like how can I, guys? Come on, no, not that way. You put your hands around her waist. I'm like, mama. Ay, 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 ay. So so that's the part I'm trying to tell you. From being a man, and then you have no idea. So this introduces you to another aspect of life.
Wait, suddenly you're like, wait.
I'm like, wait.
Is a.
So it starts hitting us that we're actually going to have a social. That the girls we had called in were from Makerere College. So the vibe was. The word was these girls were already used to guys because it was a mixed school.
Yes.
Yes. So you guys have got to represent smart. Yeah. Don't be funny.
Okay.
And not being funny is that's not, I can't say it.
Behave.
Yeah. I can't.
Calm down.
It was calm down. And the day comes and oh man, it was another story. My
Did you
God.
embarrass yourself? What are you saying?
I shook.
You shook.
My God. I shook from the first time you're trembling. You're just meeting a girl in. Remember now it's one-on-one. It's not your. Yeah, we used to have them, in our seminars and all that. But now this is a completely different thing. It's a social meeting. Yeah, yeah. Girls have come all out. You're seeing the first time girls, wearing some micro mini skirts and. Okay, wow. Okay, and I'm seeing. For example, let me say I'm seeing a Christian. You're even shaking. You don't know what to say. So for the first time, the man who was calling himself a man, now you're shaking. You're like, you're looking at, you're appreciating beauty, and you're like, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was.
So now you're saying you came from.
It was terrible, Crystal. It was terrible.
It's okay. Forgive yourself.
It was terrible. I mean,
forgive yourself. Okay, so that's where your confidence grew.
Yeah, exactly. And
what about like focusing, like academics wise?
Yeah, as well.
Did it also help you?
Yeah, as well. I was still that. I mean, despite my being cray, I really focused on my academics because that's all that my granddad wanted from me.
Yeah.
And him, being a professor and all that, like your academics. Yeah, probably he was like, this is what he's going through. But the best, I want from you, I want you to give me some good stuff. And I despite I disappointing him here and there, but I really try to bring good grades at the end of the day.
So you managed to finish.
Yeah, exactly. I managed to finish. I managed to do my academics.
So you did your A levels, your finals.
Yeah.
At Progressive. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then after that?
And after that, I went to Kumba. You communicating can take you somewhere else. It's one of those girls from Namasagali who actually told me, you're a good communicator. Have you tried radio? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I think you would make a very good radio host. But then I used to also like it, and one of the because I used to watch a lot of TV. I used to a lot of radio, thanks to characters like Alan Kantankaras. That was my. He had character on radio. I just used to enjoy listening to him. Alan was one hell of a character. So you know,
Is he
he's
one of the people you looked up to?
yeah, yeah, who inspired me to get into this. He was my typical kind of character. He would mess you up intentionally and want to get something out of you. You know that the guys in school, and I was that kind of guy. In school, those guys who would bring a stupid argument. He knows it's stupid
And then
or
you
it's a
sit
lie.
back to watch
And
people.
everybody go there and he makes all of you stupid. And then he laughs and like, I was fooling around with them. It never happened now. You think you could carry 3 cows in a stallet. You know, that kind of argument. But a smart guy who can bring up such an argument, I think that's special. I can't. I found that so special. With Alan could fool around with you on air and make you look stupid. And then the topic is stupid. You as the listener, you know it's stupid, and he's fooling around with the listener, and you're like, wow, you know how this guy pulls it off. But then also his humor was exceptional. He's your typical radio guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know then I yeah.
So this you said this lady told you you'd be good on radio.
Yeah.
And you were listening to Alan.
Yes, and
So
I used to
was
listen.
that kind of the personality you were imagining for yourself if you were to get on radio?
Yeah, to a certain extent, you can't be like Alan.
Yes, of
But
course.
I knew, yeah, I shared some of the humor he has, and you know, I wished I could be like, but you can't be like him. You also got to present yourself in another exactly. So until that hit me, like, oh, you know, I can. I'm also special in my way. You know, you're now beginning to interact with these university guys. Guys always want to come to your room after class for a good old convo. So you're like, you know, you're beginning to collect people, and you know, then you realize you have, and then especially when you come up with stupid topics, yeah, stupid topics that don't make sense, and then you fool around with everybody to believe you. I think that's special. I don't know. Sometimes today some of them are called con men. I don't think.
Now you have to tell us, how did you come up with Byg Kahuna?
Byg Kahuna was I took after my senior 6. I took a trip. I went to the USA. I have an extended family. I went to the USA.
Okay.
And actually that's where as well that also developed my radio confidence. I was in California, so I happened to take it upon myself, and actually it's even not, you know what, it's actually not even about any of these schools, but it's actually when these cultures teach you to open up, how to speak, how to interact, how to look at somebody in the eye. And this is what I learned in the States. This is one of the basic rules of engagement. You don't talk to any, and then what we're used to here, and I look away.
Yeah, people looking down this way.
They think you're a thug.
Yeah.
You gotta look in the eye, speak out your mind, and that's their form of interaction. And these are the basics I learned that opened me up as well tremendously. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.